Welcome to Daily Game, and today we're going to talk about an Astrobot accessory, Activision proving SBMM is necessary, and the PSVR2's fire sale. But first, let's start off with Keen Games, who announced the next major new update coming to Enshrouded, known as Back to the Shroud. This update includes dozens of gameplay fixes, changes, additions, and more. One of the biggest changes to the game is the addition of 5 difficulty options. Grasshopper Manufacturers holding its second Direct tomorrow, July 31st. No news on what exactly is going to be shown, but they have 2 currently announced unreleased games, Shadows of the Damned Hello Remastered coming this Halloween, and Lollipop Chainsaw Repop, which they aren't developing, but they did create the original. WB Games released a new trailer for Harry Potter Quidditch Champions alongside pre-order details for the deluxe edition, which includes unique cosmetics for all 4 Hogwarts houses and 2,000 in-game currency of gold. The game launches digitally on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X on September 3rd. The physical copy of the deluxe edition drops November 8th, and the Switch version is slated for later, holiday 2024. Reputable leaker Ecstasis, who previously claimed Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy was joining Game Pass August 8th, now also claims Mafia Definitive Edition will join Game Pass on August 13th, with Wargroove 2 also coming to the service sometime next month. Twitter user Timmer222 noticed a new trademark application for Bethesda called Starborn that may be the name of Starfield's next expansion. The game's first expansion, Shattered Space, is scheduled to release this fall. Great news for Fortnite creators. According to reputable leaker HypeX, Fortnite is looking to add official IP to creative collabs. Fortnite are working on a way to let you create maps with collab items in them, but so far the only supported items are TMNT. They'll likely add more and share a percentage of your map's revenue with the IP owners. PlayStation announced an officially licensed Astrobot edition of the PS5 DualSense. Pre-orders open August 9th at select retailers and will launch with the game on September 6th. $79.99 is going to be the cost, and it is confirmed to be a limited release, so look out for pre-orders if you're interested. Activision held a skill-based matchmaking experiment in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 in early 2024 and proved what the majority of us have been saying: SBMM is needed. According to a research paper published, Activision took the North American player base for Modern Warfare 3. For half of its players, it ran a deprioritized skill test, which loosened the constraints on skill-based matchmaking, meaning less emphasis was placed on a player's skills when looking for opponents. The other half got the normal skill-based matchmaking algorithm, while the top 10% highest skill players returned to the game in increased numbers within 2 weeks because they were winning more. When it came to the other 90%, fewer returned to the game than normal. Now, skill-based matchmaking is a word, and those 4 letters, SBMM, pop up at least once every, I would say, 2 to 3 months. For whatever reason, we see it normally associated with Call of Duty, but it is something that a lot of games incorporate. And the thing about it is that the majority of people that complain about SBMM are streamers, and they have a reason to complain about it, right? Because when you're watching a streamer, you're really watching them for, there's a few, but it's mainly entertainment. And entertainment in terms of someone playing a shooting game is either they are an entertaining person, you're there for their personality, they're funny, their jokes, they're a good person to spend a little bit of virtual time with, or they are highly skilled at the video game. And the thing about it is that if that's the reason why people watch you, is because they want to see you go on kill streaks and all that, especially when you think about games that have battle royales. No one wants to watch a streamer for longer than 10 minutes if that streamer has played 3 matches, because they're dying as soon as they drop, right? So for streamers, it's something that is imperative for their business model. If they're that type of person, that people come to me because they're here for my skill. So they have an incentive to be able to play with a bunch of people who are just not very good at the game. So the whole SBMM thing, I think, is really funny because it shows the root of the parasocial relationships that people are into, where they champion what streamers are saying. They're like, yeah, streamers are right about this, when they're completely and totally wrong. Because little secret for anyone out there who's never run a business, when you run a business, you make decisions based on the majority of your customers. You do not make the decisions based on the minority of your customers. Skill-based matchmaking is something that is imperative for any and every video game to have. And if you claim to be so great at a video game, so good, you should want to go up against people of a similar skill level, right? LeBron James does not want to go play basketball with college basketball players, right? That doesn't make any sense. He's not going to get any better, and there's nothing to prove by doing that. This is yet another example in a long list of things I tried to convince people of. Twitter is not a real place. When you see SBMM trending and people are saying they need to get rid of it, the game is not fun, I'm tired of sweating. You're only sweating because you're playing against people who are better than you are. This whole aspect of, I just want to relax and play video games, then go play a single player game if you want to do that. Don't log into a multiplayer game. And finally, PlayStation has cut the price of their PSVR2 headset by a whopping $200, making the base version $349.99 and the Horizon Call of the Mountain bundle $399. This is not a permanent price drop. The deal expires August 6th. Coincidentally, the same day PSVR2 Steam app is set to launch. So obviously they're doing this to try to drum up as many sales as they can before the headset officially enters into the PC sphere. Now remember that you still have to buy that PC adapter, which I think it's either 50 or 60. I don't have the number right in front of me. I've often said that this was probably the easiest prediction I ever made on Camp Koji. I was very concerned about PSVR 2 the moment that they showed it. The moment that PlayStation announced the price for it, I said this is going to fail. This is not going to succeed because I don't think PlayStation is going to support it. And that's literally exactly what happened. To me, this sort of feels like a bit of a Hail Mary, but they're probably going to look at how many they sell. And this could potentially lead to some sort of permanent price cut at some point. I'm sure they're going to use that information to go for the future of it. I personally don't think this is going to make much of a difference. I think that if you're a PC gamer, I think now maybe you're kind of looking at it like, okay, maybe this might be a good deal, but I don't think this is going to change anything for PlayStation. I don't think that overnight is going to cause PlayStation to finally start supporting PSVR 2 with their own games instead of relying on other publishers to try to increase the popularity of their own accessory, which of course does not make any sense at all. So I really don't think anything's going to change with this price drop. But check it out if you're interested. Remember, it does end August 6th. That's it for today. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you loved it. And check out the Camp Koji podcast every Monday. Peace.